YouTube? It's your girl Bria, and I'm back with another video. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? I know. Y'all, I've been in a drought about video ideas, but this one just magically came to me last night, and I was like, yes, like I know a lot about that one. And as you could tell by the title, it's my first girl talk ever. And this video is my 9 tips on what you need to know before getting a Brazilian wax. Don't be afraid, y'all. But before we get any further into the video, just make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my family. Like, you're gonna love it here if you just want to see lifestyle, beauty, fashion, sometimes YouTube advice. If you want to see all that, just make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn that bell on so you can get a post notifications as soon as I upload, so you can see me and what I have to say, because you never know, it might be helpful to you. Okay, so let's just get right into the video. Okay, so I have 9 tips based on my experience from getting Brazilian wax. So I mean, that's probably more, but these are my 9 tips that have helped me and all that stuff. So yeah, if I just happen to have some come off the top of my head, I'll mention it, but these are my 9 tips. Okay, so tip number 1 is do not use nair or don't shave. First of all, nair stinks. Like it stinks. It smells like a perm. Like, I hate nair. Like, ugh, like no. Shaving, it gives you razor bumps, and plus it starts to grow back within like an hour or two. Like, what's the point? Like, and it's too time consuming. Like, if you shave, shout out to you, because I can't do it. I don't have the time. Like, the shave, I can't. It's too time consuming. Like, I can't do it. So yeah, the reason why you should not shave or use nair, because whoever's waxing you, they're going to need something to pull. So if you just use nair the day before, you're not going to be able to get a wax, because you have to have a certain length of hair for them to pull. So please do not use nair or shave before your appointment, like, because they're going to turn you around, and I've seen it happen. So don't do it. And like, it's just not worth it. Like, just get a wax. Just get a wax, okay? Tip number 2, exfoliate before your wax. Like, get some type of scrub and just, like, you know, scrub it down for like 30 seconds and wipe it off. Like, it helps. Like, it's gonna moisturize your skin. It should be able for whoever's waxing you to pull it out easier. Like, you have to exfoliate. Like, I mean, it's better. Like, even if you were to shave, it's better to exfoliate before. So like, it lessens ingrown hairs and stuff. Ingrown hairs ain't not play with, y'all. Okay, so exfoliate. Exfoliate is very important before waxing and after waxing, and I'll get into the after waxing, you know, once I get down there. But yeah, exfoliate. Okay, tip number 3, this should just be common sense. Take a shower before your appointment. Like, that's just, it's common sense. And be respectful. Like, don't come after you done been out for like forever. Like, I don't care if you took a shower. I don't care if your appointment I don't care if your appointment is at like 3:30 and you took a shower at like 11 and you've been in the house all day. I don't care. Take another shower. Like, just take another shower. You want to be extra fresh. Like, cause like the wax lady, she gonna be up in there. Like, she gonna, hello, like, she gonna be up in there. Trust me, I know. Like, my wax lady, like, she be like right there. Like, so take a shower, y'all. Like, that's very important. Like, take a shower. So yeah, I mean, it's common sense, but yes. And plus, I don't know how most wax people do it, but my wax lady, she'll have like little wipes just so you could give yourself an extra wipe down there. So if you want to do that, bring like the Summer's Eve wipes or something like that. Bring those. Yeah, take a shower. Tip number 4, take some medicine if you have a low pain tolerance, like, or if it's your first time, you know. So I suggest taking that just so it won't be so much pain, you know, because your mind is like gonna psych you out. If it's your first time getting a wax, it's gonna psych you out. It's like, you're like, oh, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. So when you get the wax and you know, you got that mentality of like, oh, it's gonna hurt so bad, it's gonna hurt 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is already psyching you out. So the wax gonna hurt 10 times worse if you already think it like that. So just go ahead and take some medicine, release some of the pain. Don't be afraid, y'all. Waxes, they're gonna save your life, okay? Don't be afraid to get a wax. Please don't be afraid to get a wax. Like, okay? And that leads me to my tip number 5. Don't be nervous, and don't be nervous to like be exposed down there. Like, I remember when I first got my first wax, I was like, oh, like, I don't know how I feel about like another lady looking at, you know, down below. But I'm like, she got one and this is her job, this is what she do, she sees it all day, so like I shouldn't be afraid. Like, you know, girl to girl. And I pray that if you get a wax for the first time, or if you're still getting waxes, I pray that you have somebody that you can like talk to, be comfortable. Like, don't sit in silence when getting wax, okay? Don't sit in silence, because all you'll hear is just the no. I have a wax lady, like, we talk, like, we just talk, like, we just have great conversations. So they're like, how you been, what you been up to, what you doing this weekend, stuff like that. So yeah, so don't be nervous, don't psych yourself out. Like, I'm not saying it's not gonna hurt, but I'm not saying it's the worst pain in the world, you know? So don't be nervous, and don't be nervous to show all that stuff, because she's a girl. I mean, she's a woman too, and she's been doing it, so she sees it all day. So don't be nervous about another female looking at you, you know? Okay, tip number 6, waxing before your period. Y'all, waxing before your period hurts like hell, okay? Really hurts like hell. Like, I did it one time and I was just wondering like why I was hurting so bad. Couldn't find out, y'all, I came my period that night and I was like, wow, like, y'all, it hurts 10 times worse. That's, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, if you have high pain tolerance, I can suggest that you do that. But me, y'all, I was about to the lady, like, you can stop right here, I don't care how much hair is on here, you can stop right here, because I ain't doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. And I thought just because I had missed the wax, and I'm like, dang, like, it ain't never hurt this bad even when I missed the wax. So I'm like, why does it hurt so bad? So yeah, I recommend and I suggest that you do not get a wax like before your period. I don't know how I feel on your period, but if it hurt like if it hurt bad like that before your period, I'm gonna just, you know, infer that it's gonna hurt like hell if you're on your period and get a wax. And yes, they and yes, some places they do say that they can wax while you're on your period. That's just too much for me. Like, I'm already showing you my goodies, then no. Tip number 7 is treatments after getting your you know, your girl wax, your kitty wax or whatever. So they have something called a vajacial. It's basically a facial for your vagina. I know, look it up. Like, y'all, they come in handy for real. Like, I never used to get them because I used to go to Brazil wax, and Brazil's wax and they don't offer stuff like that. They just offer that little aftercare package. But so if you go to someone who's like not within the business, like in a franchise type business like that, more than likely they're gonna be doing vajacials. And basically, like, vajacials, they help with the acne, the ingrown hairs, the spots, the dark spots and stuff. What else? They help moisturize it and stuff, get your skin looking better, feeling better down there. I always get a vajacial now as soon as, cause I recommend getting one, because like after you done had a hard wax, you just don't want to go home and just, you know, like, you want something that feels nice. Like, it feels nice. So I always get a vajacial. I'm pretty sure you can look it up to see how to make your own. It's really not that hard. I see my Wesley do it all the time, but I recommend, because it's very relaxing. After getting a hard wax, you're gonna be in pain, and it just helps you calm down. So I recommend getting vajacials. Another thing is distractions, like your ingrown hairs and stuff. You don't want to leave those in. You don't. So my wax lady, she is all that out. Like, it can hurt, I'm not gonna lie, because it can hurt, but you know, your girl gonna look good down there. Your girl gonna look good, and your man gonna appreciate it if you got one. You know what I'm saying? She gonna look good though. Beauty is pain. Remember that, okay? So make sure you get them extractions, get my ingrown hairs out, and whatever hairs that didn't come out, just make sure they get them. So I recommend going to somebody who does vajacials. I do, because if you go to Brazil, they just gonna wax you. They gonna say they got the ingrown hairs out. They gonna put that little squirt. They be like, this gonna help with ingrown hairs and stuff. Because you know why? Once I started going to my wax lady, she was like, you gotta lie. And I was like, you know, Brazil, they be lying. They be lying. So like, you gonna need somebody who actually like puts in the work. You know what I'm saying? Tip number 8 is aftercare. I know people probably just thinking like, dang, I gotta do stuff like after a wax. Like, yes, you have to take care of it and stuff. Like I said, exfoliating, you do that after wax. Like, I would say like exfoliate like twice a week. Your skin is gonna be looking better. And next is my favorite. It is PFB Vanish. So this is going to help with skin brightening, ingrown hair relief, waxing, and razor bumps. So what you do, like, I use it every day. As I get shower, let me show y'all. Come on now, camera, focus. Okay, but it's a roll on and stuff. So you just use it once a day, and it's not just for down there. You can use it here on your elbows. Yeah, but it's really good. Every time I go for a wax, she was like, you've been using that stuff? I was like, yeah. And she was like, your skin is getting really good, it's getting better. I'm like, okay girl, thank you. Like, look, thank you, we appreciate you. My wax lady put me on, so I'm putting y'all on now, okay? And tip number 9. This one is very important, y'all. It is about your next appointment. Like, don't skip out. Do not skip out, because once you, like, say if you're consistent, you're somebody who's consistent with getting waxed, and then say you stop, you're gonna be like, oh, it's gonna hurt really bad because like I didn't get a wax this month, and it's like, do I want to go back? Like, you have that mentality. It's like, do I want to go through that? Don't do it. There are times when I skipped out because, say if like they were trying to book my appointment like on a certain day, I'm like, okay, like I'm going out of town, like I'm not gonna be here. So do not skip out of your appointment. Like if you're doing something, because usually people wait to 4 to 6 weeks, so try to schedule around when you're not doing anything. Like, it's hard getting back on track after you haven't got a wax. I promise you, it's hard, because you're just like, oh, I don't want to go through that pain no more. I don't want to go through it. So don't skip out. So that is the end of this video. I just want to remind you, don't be afraid to get a wax. Like, you know, don't be afraid to be exposed. Like, she has one too. She does this all day. This is what she does. Ain't like she gonna talk bad about it, because you know she got one. So don't be afraid. If it's your first wax, I'm gonna say congratulations on your journey, because shaving, it's not what it say. Like, waxing, like, you, like, even when you're 4 to 6 weeks are here to get another wax, like, you don't even have that much hair, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, so yeah. So just hope y'all love the tips that I gave you, and I hope it changes your mind about getting waxed. Like, don't be psyched out, okay? So just make sure you leave a like, a comment, make sure you subscribe and share with your peeps, okay? Support your girl, and your girl supports you. A-Town down.